Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. S.J. Poor here from Little Face Brewing. We are going to get to it quickly because this is like my fourth try at doing this. I wanted to do a quick Homebrew Wednesday video because I haven't done any in a while, and I ran across something that I want to have some feedback from you, the brewer out there. I brewed a IPA, and I used a local malters malt, 2-row and Munich. Has a mess of hops in it. It's a great way to condense this whole thing down. I mashed kind of high, about 158 degrees according to my notes. I had an original gravity of 1054. I did not use a hop spider or any means of filtration for the hops when I went to fermenter. So I fermented for about 5 days, and then I pulled it off of that and went into secondary. And then after another week, because it wasn't clearing up, I pitched in a pack of CBC1, which is a cask conditioning yeast that also works as a fermenting yeast. It has a high alcohol tolerance, up to 12-14%, somewhere in that general area, but it does not impart any flavors into a beer. So I wanted this to ferment out a little bit further, hopefully grab some of the stuff and maybe help clear it out some. I don't know. It was a thought process. Anyways, I was only able, memory serves me, to get like another 10 points out of it. So I have an original gravity of 1054. I now have a finished gravity of 1028. I put the beer into keg. That leaves me with a 3.4% beer that has, oh man, it has a lot of IBUs to it, and I don't have all the numbers here. I don't like this program that wrote it out. I stole this recipe online from Brewer's Friend, so I don't know what my IBUs were, but there was Magnum, Cascade, Centennial, Crystal in the boil, and then there was a Whirlpool with Cascade, Crystal, Simcoe, and Centennial. It calls for a dry hop, did not do that. So there's a mess of hops. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, there's like almost 4 ounces of hops in the boil. Another 1, 2, 3 ounces of hops in the Whirlpool. So there was a mess of hops in this thing. So I wanted to get it off all those hops, try and ferment it out, try to clean it up. It just wouldn't clean up, and it wouldn't clean up, and it wouldn't clean up. And now it's kegged, and it looks like that. It is muddy. Muddy, 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 muddy. You can't see through it at all. Color's kind of cool. It's kind of what I was shooting for color-wise. However, I would like to have just a little bit of clarity. That would have made things a lot better. It has a really nice nose. It's got really a, if I'd have dry hopped it, the nose would have been phenomenal on this. However, I didn't want to waste any more hops on a beer that didn't ferment out, that didn't clean up, and is only 3.4%. But with that said, it tastes pretty good. It is really hoppy. The IBUs on this have to be up around, oh man, 90s anyway. Most of the hops are way on the back end. Way, way, way on the back end. This is the sample. This is just the sample I pulled out for the hydrometer. So, has anybody ran into an issue like that where the beer just came out like mud? I mean muddy. Did not ferment out to save its life, but I mean, it tastes good. It looks horrible. It smells good. I'm using a local malter, malts that were called Double Eagle, Munich, and 2-row. Yeah, Munich and 2-row. I don't know if that's the issue. If it was, I used Omega's Irish Ale yeast. I'm at a loss. So I would love to have your comments on what you might think it might have happened. I'm at a loss. I don't know. I just know right now, this is a very sessionable, freaking huge ass IPA. And I'm curious now to see what it tastes like once it gets carbonation under it. Because I think it'll actually be pretty damn good. It doesn't leave anything in the glass. Like, at first I thought that was hop residue. That is not hop residue. There's nothing, here look. There's nothing in the bottom of that glass. Now this glass has been sitting around with me screwing around trying to do a video for what, a good hour, ain't Mary? If that was hops in there, it would be laying down in there. Wow, that's bitter. It's super bitter. It needs the alcohol to carry all those hops through. So, give me your thoughts. Questions. Ask me some questions. I'll try and respond back. I'm also going to post this over onto the BrewTube Facebook page and see what you guys think. I might even throw it over onto the Homebrew Network as well. So, any ideas? You know, just throwing it out there. Have you ran into this? You have any idea what did I do to screw this thing up? I even tried to cold crash it. Well, I mean, I didn't stick it in a freezer. We had a couple cold days. I stuck it out in my wood shop, sat it on the table saw, metal. It was cold. Didn't do nothing. Didn't drop nothing out. Matter of fact, there was hardly any trub in the bottom of the secondary. So, I'm at a loss, folks. Help me out. Alright, this is S.J. Poor from Little Face Brewing. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks. And brew beer. Just not super dirty beer like that. Cheers.